Hi everyone, here is a quick executive short overview on what are the value adds to the business by implementing the buyer recommendation engine. So let's say the buyer who works for Dell has three major matrices. Here are the three major matrices. So the first one is the buyer has to buy the best quality that is possible for Dell. And the second most important matrices is to save the cost. And third one is to always have a zero shortage. Currently, the phase one of this project is highly focused on quality and the cost metric. Now let us have a comparison between the legacy method and the new data center method to see how buyers are benefited by using buyer recommendation engine. So here is the legacy method that has been used by the buyers and the GCMs. There were a couple of challenges which actually was there when we were trying to implement this using the legacy method. The legacy method had a lot of manual interventions which proved to be the most vulnerable method to introduce data quality issues and the following challenges. The first one is the input that was taken out from the one-cost tool, which was actually an extract from an Excel dump, and all the calculations were done at an Excel level. And then further, the active parts and the active buyers were actually inaccurate. And it was a very tedious job to maintain that kind of a list, which is always very dynamic. And the fourth most important challenge was the local currencies that gets converted into USD. That always had a disturbance from whenever there was a conversion that happened. And moreover, the real-time reporting was impossible with this kind of an approach. And last but not least, the historical data was actually not so easy to pull up whenever the buyer wanted to see like last 2 years of historical data. Now, the million-dollar question was how to overcome these challenges. The procurement team and the PAC team co-created an idea to solve by building an recommendation engine as follows. So here is the new data center method. This has these 7 enhancements which actually overcome the previous method that was followed by the buyers and the GCMs. The first one, the data that was pulled out from one-cost tool and all the calculations and the transformation of data that was happening at an Excel level was transferred into a Teradata method, which is actually a Dell's most standard approach to solve this kind of a problem. And the third most important thing was the list of active parts and list of active buyers, identifying the one who have moved out to a different role or moved Dell, was identified very easily using this method of approach, and it was always real time. And the fourth important thing is the finance approval that has to be gone through before getting any of the dollars, currencies, got any of the exchange calculations that has to be happened, that has to be finance approved. And the fifth important thing is the data is now more real time, and it can be much more trustworthy compared to the previous method. And obviously, yes, you can go ahead and see historical data, which is like savings that is made for the last 2 years or spent that is made for the last 2 years. And last but not least, the data visualization was finally possible using a Tableau, which is a data visualization tool, which gives the flexibility for thousands of users who could log in and see all of these reports at the same time. Currently, this method has been implemented in China, India, and Brazil. For phase 2, just to give an overview, so this will involve creating a process vision document, which we will have to submit it to the IET. And secondly, the funding requested by IDC will have to be gone through discussions. And here is the IT delivery roadmap for the phase 2, which will involve discover, design, development, and deployment. Yep, that's it. Please let me know if you do have any questions. I'll be able to answer. Thank you.